Hello, Liberty students. We are Mrs. Taylor and Mrs. Vanderwall. We are your library staff. I am Mrs. Taylor, your media specialist, so you will find me in your classrooms teaching about technology stuff. You can come see me in the library for good book recommendations. I run the makerspace, so if you're interested in that, you can come visit me as well. And you can just come to me for general tech help, anything that you need.
I'm Mrs. Vanderwall. I work with the Chromebooks, so if you need any help with that, come see me in the library. I can help with some repairs, try my best. And if you have any questions, I also fill in for Mrs. Taylor when she's in your classroom teaching you.
All right, you are entering Liberty's Media Center. So when you first walk in, you will see the circulation desk where I will be sitting. Behind me is Miss Vanderwall. Say hi, Miss Vanderwall.
Hi.
And if you look around, you will see all of our books are housed along the perimeter of the Media Center along the outside, and they're all organized by section. So if you look here immediately to your left, this is our nonfiction section, and nonfiction is true facts, factual information. Poetry is over here. We have a couple encyclopedias, and it's organized by the Dewey Decimal System, which all has a different subject tied to the number. If you're ever looking for something, just come and find me and I can help you locate it. Next to our makerspace, we have our makerspace books. And I've organized those by subject as well. So if there's different activities going on in Makerspace that you're interested in, you may be able to find a book over here that corresponds with it. For example, we have art books here. We have gardening. We have cooking, technology, crafting and upcycling, one of my favorites, drawing, and so on. Over here we have biographies. Biographies are factual information written about a subject or a person. We don't update biographies as often because they are very expensive to update. So if you are ever looking for somebody who's a little more current, come and see Mrs. Taylor because I have ways for you to get free ebooks for biographical information as well. We do have a few updated ones over here on the shelf. Right here is our graphic novel section. I plan on making this a little bit bigger this year, but this is where these are all housed. It's a very popular section. And you may have noticed last year that fiction is now organized by genre. So if you look here, there's action, adventure, survival, and those are notated with a orange sticker. So if you ever see books with orange stickers on them, it means that they are an action, adventure, survival book. We have historical fiction. Historical fiction is a blue sticker. You can see down here, light blue sticker. And if we move on down the line, we have sports fiction, which is also becoming a very popular genre. Sports fiction has the bright green sticker. And humor is right next to it. So Diary of a Wimpy Kid, James Patterson, iFunny books, those are all here. Those have a fluorescent yellow sticker. Mystery and Suspense has a black sticker. Moving on down the line. Another popular genre is science fiction and fantasy. That has a dark blue sticker. And then we come to realistic fiction. Realistic fiction has a bright pink sticker. And finally, love and relationships, which has an orange sticker. You'll also notice over here, librarian, our media center bearded dragon. You are free to handle her and pet her as long as you ask for permission first, because there will be some days that she's just not in the mood for human interaction, and Miss Vanderwall and I can kind of tell when she's in that kind of a mood. So as long as you're asking permission, you can pet her. Here's a reminder on how fines work. When you check out a book, You will be given a due date as to when it's due. Each day that that book is returned past the due date is 10 cents. Once you return the book, the fine stops, but you do still owe the fine, and that's something that kids always seem to forget. You will still owe that fine. So if you turn your book into me 3 days late, that is 30 cents. We will obviously always take cash. Another big question I get from students is if they can use their MyStar account to pay for library fines. The answer is no, and that's simply because our two systems are not connected in any way. So I would love to take your MyStar money for fines, but I physically cannot. So you can pay with cash. You can also pay with Liberty Loot. One Liberty Loot dollar is worth 10 cents in library fines. So if you do owe me 30 cents in library fines, you can pay me 3 Liberty Loot, and your fine will be cleared out. So that's how that will work. All right? As always, if you have any questions about fines, please come see me or Ms. Vanderwall. Ms. Vanderwall will send out library notices once a month. My biggest advice to students is do not ignore those notices. They do not go away. If you disagree with a fine or you have a question on it or you're having trouble paying it, come and see us. That's the best thing you can do, but running away from it will not make it go away. So at the end of the year as well, if you ignore your fines all year, that's when we start calling home, we start emailing, and we really start hounding you for those fines. So it's better if you just take care of things up front. That way you won't have to see us looking for you. All right? Thanks. That's it on fines. You are in the makerspace.